Hello, my name is Eeveebo, and this is my short excuse for an intro. This is not scripted, so if I go off rambling, then that's my fault, because this video isn't scripted. I can't blame anyone else but me that I didn't bother to take the time to script this, so... First of all, I just wanted to say sorry that this is so late. It's like a day late, and that's so late. It's probably gonna be, Wow, it's probably gonna be 3 days late, but no, two days late by the 3 days late, judging how long I've been taking. But yeah, it's Littlebigplanet's 3rd birthday. Oh yeah, by the way, I'd like to explain why it's so late. First of all, I was trying to do a completely different video, and then I stopped doing that because I didn't like how it was turning out, and it was, I don't know, it just didn't look right, so I chose a speed paint, and that's what you're looking at right now. And then I had to do some stuff with my family on Saturday, and I don't regret it though. We went to watch a movie about Queen. It was pretty good, but you know. I know that LBP turns 10 even only once, but spending time with family is still more important than that, no matter how much I may argue. But yeah, I guess I'll talk about my experiences with the game, since that was my original plan. So, all started a good few years ago, maybe 2010, around when the first Littlebigplanet first came out, and my eldest brother had brought his PS over, and, we just spent all our time on the moon doing random stuff. Then when we got a PS3, we played the heck out of the game. We played the story, went on the moon. We didn't have PlayStation Network, so that's all we could do, but that was good enough. We didn't even need online mode to keep us happy. And then later, the second game came out, and we got it. I don't remember seeing any trailers, but I loved it at the time. We had characters, we had a story, or a better crafted story, even. There was actual voice acting in this one, so that helped my tiny 9-year-old mind, whatever age I was. Me and my brothers would all play together. We got, the costumes, we made our own levels, except we didn't publish them, because then again, it put on, not online mode. Ever since, the second one came out, we never went back to one. I go back to one now when I'm older, as in right now, about last year maybe I went back to play the Littlebigplanet one, but you know. So eventually, despite the fact I kept playing it, it wasn't the same deal with my brothers. First, my second eldest brother stopped playing it. Then my second eldest, and then it was just kind of left to me. And I'd play it now and again, but I wouldn't play it like I used to, because my brothers were never there. So I kind of gave up on Littlebigplanet 2 for a while, which is sad because that was around when we got PlayStation Network. We mostly played on Minecraft. And eventually, I found friends who actually played the game. Then I realized, oh my god, this has an online mode. Why haven't I been told this sooner? So, ever since then, I've just been playing Littlebigplanet 2 for ages. And at the time, I loved the game, and I still do. And yeah, then the 3rd game came out, which was probably the main stake in the franchise that killed it. I won't say it's dead, but it is dying. I can't sugarcoat that. I wish I could. But, yeah. Although, I do love this story, it could have been a lot better if Sony hadn't rushed the creators. I'm sure that LittlebigPlanet would still be going on if Sony didn't make that terrible choice. I know that it was like for profit and stuff because it was coming out for the holidays, but geez, man, you completely killed your own franchise. I mean, I'm not sure if this is true, but I'm pretty sure that at one point Sackboy was the face of PlayStation, or at least that's what I've been told by people that play the game, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, LittlebigPlanet 3 came out. I loved the story. I loved the community because honestly, I like the way the layout. It's like for online mode, by the way, that the way they show you levels. They show the newest levels, which I go on sometimes if I'm bored. Ones that they recommend, stuff that has to do with holiday, and it's just really great. And it's just a good layout and it's a good game. Other the fact that it was rushed and it had glitches, a lot of glitches. You would not believe how many times. You would not believe how many times my game had corrupted and I lost all the progress that I was doing stuff in. One time I was making a level and I was making the trailer for it, and then my account got corrupted and I was like, oh well, that's great. So yeah, I don't know what to talk about now, but other than how I feel about the game. I think the reason that I kept playing the game was because it was about creativity, and growing up with that game, that made my creativity better, I guess. Because there are so many interesting looking characters. As in the first game, you have kings, queens, skeletons, people, egg-shaped people, robots, animals, just all of that sort of stuff. That's just, it sounds like something that would come out of a child's imagination, and I love it. It's exactly what a good childhood game should give. And going back to it last year made me feel, I don't know, it was just fun. Made me feel how it used to when I first played the game. And I felt weird, it felt weird, but at the same time I liked it. And the same thing happened when I went back to it, LittlebigPlanet 2 today, seeing the characters interact and doing stuff. And it gets the characters, they get even better in LittlebigPlanet 2. You get a scientist with a beard, scientist that likes cake, I guess. A calendar face, or notebook even. Also, Clive is just a cool character. I love his design. And then who else? Avalon, the doctor guy who's just, I'm sorry, but he's forgettable. Sorry, Doctor. Whatever your name is. At first I thought his name was Dr. Herbert, but apparently it's not that. So yeah, but yeah, he's just a cast of great characters. And they keep that creative character ideas going in the third game too, despite it being the worst in the franchise. Newton, he has a light bulb for a head. How... That's just great. Great. I love that. I know it sounds like I'm being sarcastic, but I'm not. I'm just kind of... I don't know what I am. Marlin, random dude. His head. A lot of the creative parts come from their head, it seems. What Nana Put is a purse. Captain Putt is just kind of the same as Newton, but different design, I guess. Then there's Marlin, who's like a tin can or something. And then there's I can't pronounce his name, so I just call him Paper Mache, because that's what I see when I see his name. I know it's not his name, but it's what I see in his name. I think it's Papel Mash or something. But he has a diamond beard, and it looks amazing. And I know that they already did a porcelain doll with Victoria's design, but it looks completely different with Pinky. Despite the fact that they're kind of the same thing, they both look very different, which is just great. So I'm just after explaining about the creative characters, I guess. And it's not just the characters. I love the whole gimmick of the idea of the game. You share, you create, you share, and there's another one, but I can't remember what it is. Oh yeah. Create, share, play. That is probably the best line and the purest line someone could ever say to anyone. You can prove me wrong. You probably will. And yeah, that's just one of the reasons why I love the game so much. It focuses on creativity. It thrives off it. And I'm gonna talk about the community next, since I was kind of stuttery and thinking about what I should say next. I didn't really have all that bad experiences with the community. I mean, I've seen some of its bad side. I've heard that it has a bad side, but I've just never experienced it. All I've had with the game are good experiences. I've never had bad experiences, as in I don't have people copying my levels or anything. But then again, they don't have a reason to, since my levels are awful. But yeah, and over the time, I've seen myself getting better at creating levels. My friends have pointed out that I've been getting better at levels. And another thing about creativity is that you have to observe stuff. You have to observe and get inspiration, or else your motivation drive just stops working. And that's why you improve or something. Okay, basically what I'm trying to say is that I think my levels have been getting better because I've been playing Littlebigplanet 2, and just observing that has been giving me inspiration. And I like the fact that I've been inspired, as in, isn't that the point of creativity or something? I don't know. I'm kind of getting off topic and regretting what I'm saying. But yeah, I just like the game, I guess. I don't know what else to say. I'll talk about now how this game has helped me gain friends and helped me get closer to friends. There's one friend in particular who the game definitely helped me, because we've role played, done a load of stuff, and we're still friends to this day. And sometimes it surprises me, because I know this sounds wrong, but I don't really see as in online relationships working as well as real life ones do. It's much easier to interact face to face than it is online, and the reason should be obvious, but playing games with them just helps connect. And it's not just that one person. There are tons of people that I've connected with because of this game. And yeah, I don't really have any examples to tell you, but just hear me out. I have some now. We've played levels, and we've been on the moon to create stuff together. We've created costumes, and yeah, I'm probably gonna have to cut a whole lot of this out because I don't know, just God knows why. The community is great, and I love this game. And another thing that I want to talk about, actually, something that annoys me, is that almost no one has gazed upon this game and acknowledged that it's 10 years old. Not even its original creators. I've looked on their website, I've looked at their Twitter, I've looked at their YouTube channel. I don't know where else I can look, but as far as I know, they haven't acknowledged that their first game is Turning Tree. Or at least I think it's their first game. I think it's their second. I think their first one was like a Kung Fu thing. But yeah, the game that got them popular turns 10 years old and they don't even blink an eye to it. No one has been doing anything for it except people like A, and that's why I think he's an important part of the community. I'm not going to talk about him too much because this isn't about him. This is about LittlebigPlanet. And that just upsets me. I think if a franchise is turning 10 years old, you should at least acknowledge its existence. I don't know if Media Molecule want nothing to do with the game anymore, but it sure seems like it. This game, it was a big part of my childhood. Especially the music. The music choice was also very important. And you just see so much work was poured into this game. And it really shows in the level design and how much stuff you can do with the game. And I love that. That's another reason why I love Media Molecule. I will admit I'm mad that they didn't acknowledge the game's existence at all yesterday, or 2 days depending when this comes out, but I will admit I love their games because it just has so much to do with creativity. And I just find that I play a lot of games that have to do with creativity. Minecraft, Tearaway, whatever else you can think of, Trove even. A lot of it has to do with creativity. And that's why I love them. So, yeah. And I don't know what else to say. So I'm just gonna end it here. If I have anything else to say, I'll probably say it in the comments. So, bye. If the speed paint is still going, then I guess it's not the end of the video, so just enjoy the rest of the speed paint.